Ladies and gentlemen, there is nothing more painful than longing for someone who sleeps soundly without ever thinking of you. But there is also nothing more powerful than rising from that pain and becoming unstoppable. There comes a time in life when you're so consumed by longing, so entangled in someone else's silence, that you begin to forget who you are. You start waiting for a message that never comes, replaying memories that no longer mean anything to the other person. And slowly, without even noticing it, you start equating their absence with your inadequacy. But here's the truth: you are not unworthy because someone failed to value you. Their inability to recognize your light does not make you less radiant. Love is only beautiful when it is mutual, when it flows in both directions like a rhythm in harmony. The moment it becomes one-sided, it becomes pain disguised as hope. Desperation creeps in when you make someone else's presence the measure of your happiness. But you weren't born to beg for affection. You weren't created to be someone's afterthought. Your worth is not a bargain to be negotiated based on someone's interest, attention, or approval. Instead of chasing what's walking away, stand still and turn inward. Ask yourself, why am I waiting for someone who isn't waiting for me? Why am I holding on to a version of love that hurts more than it heals? The bravest thing you'll ever do is choose yourself, fully, fearlessly, and unapologetically. When you let go of desperation, you make space for dignity. When you stop trying to prove your worth to others, you begin to remember the power that was always within you. Self-worth is not loud. It doesn't scream for validation. It simply whispers, I deserve more. And that whisper, if you listen closely, is the beginning of your freedom. Because one day, you'll stop missing the one who doesn't miss you, and start missing the person you lost in the process. Yourself. Unreciprocated love feels like a silent storm, loud in your heart but invisible to the world. You give, you hope, you wait, and in return, nothing, not even an echo. At first, it feels like rejection. It feels like something is wrong with you, but that's the illusion. What if, instead of a personal failure, this unreturned love is actually a reflection? A mirror showing you not what's missing in them, but what's missing in you. When you love someone who doesn't love you back, your emotions become magnified. Their absence begins to expose your deepest fears: fear of not being enough, fear of being invisible, fear of being unlovable. These aren't created by the other person. They've been hiding inside you, waiting for a moment like this to rise to the surface. That's the mirror effect. It's not about them, it's about you, and that's where the lesson lies. Instead of chasing love in someone else's arms, start asking yourself the difficult questions. Why do I crave their attention more than my own peace? What am I hoping to fix in them that I haven't yet healed in myself? Often, we're not actually in love with a person. We're in love with the version of ourselves we hope to become through them. Unreciprocated love is not a tragedy, it's a turning point. It's the universe handing you a mirror, saying, look closely, this is your moment to grow. It's an invitation to finally confront your emptiness, not by filling it with another, but by filling it with you. Because once you recognize the reflection and start loving the person in the mirror, you no longer settle for love that isn't returned. You become whole, on your own. There's a myth we've been taught, that strength means holding it all together, keeping a straight face, pretending we're fine even when we're breaking inside. But that's not strength, that's survival. And there's a difference. Real strength, true power, is found in healing, in choosing to face what hurts instead of running from it, in choosing to feel the pain, sit in the discomfort, and still decide to rise. Healing doesn't look glamorous. It looks like crying in the dark when no one sees you. It looks like deleting the number you memorized. It looks like admitting that you miss someone who never truly saw you, and still choosing not to go back. That choice, that's power. We often confuse healing with weakness because it feels vulnerable, and society tells us that vulnerability is something to hide. But healing is not passive, it's active, it's brave. It takes far more courage to admit you're wounded and to tend to that wound than it does to pretend you're fine. Every time you choose to break a pattern, to say no when your heart wants to say yes, to walk away from what no longer serves you, you are healing. You are growing, you are reclaiming your power. There is no shame in needing time, no shame in feeling deeply. What matters is that you don't stay stuck in that place forever. Healing transforms pain into wisdom, silence into self-awareness, and heartbreak into a catalyst for becoming someone stronger than before. So if you're hurting, don't rush it. Don't numb it, honor it. Because healing isn't weakness, it's the rebirth of your strength. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize that the moment you chose to heal was the moment you truly began to live again. Rejection stings. It feels personal, sharp, and final. Whether it's from someone you love, a job you dreamed of, or a door you were desperate to open, it leaves a mark. It makes you question your worth, your choices, even your purpose. But what if rejection isn't the end? What if it's actually the beginning of something better? Every no you hear is not a punishment, it's a redirection. Life has a way of removing the things and people that no longer align with your path, even if you're not ready to let them go. Rejection is often the universe stepping in and whispering, asterisk, and not this, not here, not with them. Asterisk, and in that whisper lies an invitation to pause, reflect, and pivot. It's easy to take rejection as a reflection of inadequacy. But the truth is, it's more often a reflection of misalignment. Just because something doesn't work out doesn't mean you weren't good enough. It means that somewhere, something else, something asterisk right asterisk is waiting. But you won't find it if you keep chasing what's already closing its door on you. Redirection doesn't always feel like a blessing at first. Sometimes it feels like heartbreak, silence, or failure. But with time and perspective, you'll see it for what it really is: protection. A detour to something more meaningful, more fitting, more deserving of your energy and love. So next time you face rejection, don't break. Pivot, don't shrink. Expand, you are not being denied, you are being guided. And sometimes the greatest gift life gives you is in not giving you what you thought you wanted. Because what's coming is greater than what's gone. At some point, you have to stop living in the version of your story that someone else wrote for you. Maybe they made you the side character. Maybe they reduced your worth to a fleeting moment, a convenience, or a second choice. But here's the truth: you don't have to stay in that role. You get to rewrite the script. You get to become the hero of your own narrative. Too often, we let heartbreak, rejection, or the opinions of others define our identity. We cling to stories where we were left behind, unloved, or overlooked, as if that's all we'll ever be. But the past is not a prison, it's a page, and every day is a fresh one waiting for you to take the pen. You are not the version of yourself that was broken. You are not just someone who got left. You are someone who survived being left. Someone who still chose to get up, to keep going, to find new meaning in the ruins. That's powerful. It's not easy. Rewriting your narrative means letting go of familiar pain. It means refusing to shrink for anyone else's comfort. It means choosing to see yourself not through the lens of who didn't love you, but through the lens of your potential, your purpose, your power. Your story doesn't end at heartbreak. That's just the turning point. From here, you get to create a plot twist. You get to build a future that isn't based on their approval, but on your evolution. So take the pen, start today, and write a story so strong, so full of self-worth, that even the past has to sit back and applaud. When life breaks your heart, the easiest thing to do is collapse, to hide, to give up, to believe that the pain will always define you. But the truth is, those moments, the ones where you feel like you've lost everything, are the exact moments where your transformation begins. Not because the pain disappears, but because you decide to rise in spite of it. The glow up isn't just physical, it's emotional, it's spiritual. It's the decision to stop begging for someone to come back and start becoming someone they'd never deserve. It's choosing growth over grief, power over pity, evolution over excuses. You take the broken pieces and build something stronger. You become someone who no longer needs to be validated by the people who overlooked you. This is your moment to shift. Start by showing up for yourself the way you once showed up for them. Set goals, make changes, build discipline, invest in your health, your mindset, your dreams. Every step you take toward a better version of yourself is a declaration that you refuse to be defeated by someone else's decision to walk away. And here's the most beautiful part: the glow up isn't for revenge, it's for **. It's not about making them regret losing you. It's about making you proud of who you're becoming. It's about turning heartbreak into hunger, silence into strength, and rejection into reinvention. You don't have to wait for closure. You don't have to wait for someone to come back and say they were wrong. Let your evolution be your answer. Let your success be your healing. Don't give up, glow up, because the best comeback isn't words. It's becoming the version of yourself that pain tried to bury.